Editor's note: this review may contain spoilers. Supergirl and Batgirl attempt to rescue Psi and escape the Phantom Zone. After reading Supergirl for years during DC Comics' New 52 era, it's been refreshing to see what Orlando has done with the character. It's not perfect by any means, and I find his writing can be more refined a bit, but I appreciate his effort and the character he gives us, even if the dialogue at times isn't that great. The biggest difference between the New 52 Supergirl and Rebirth Supergirl is that Orlando gives us a much more well-rounded character, as evident in this issue. I've always been a strong believer that if a superhero loses their powers for whatever reason, it gives the author a golden opportunity to really dig deep into their character. Anyone can be super with powers, but not everyone can be a hero, and Supergirl risking her life while powerless to convince Psi that she's a lot stronger than she thinks, and to trust her, is pretty heroic. Orlando did a much better job showcasing Kara's heroism in this issue. I also really enjoyed Batgirl's character in this issue. While Kara was busy with Psi, Batgirl did a great job holding her own against Sadu, and protecting Ben in the process. Speaking of Ben, I have a feeling he will be moving to Gotham and working with Batgirl. He seemed pretty impressed with the armaments she was packing. Even tough, I didn't really find that Supergirl and Batgirl had much bonding time in this story arc. Their chemistry was pretty good, and they looked dynamic fighting beside one another. Ching's art has always been a hit and miss with me. I've seen panels that look incredible, and others in the same issue that look completely wrong. Although this is his last issue of Supergirl, he must have saved the best for last, as he did a really good job in this issue. Every panel and page looked amazing. Very colorful, great lines, and the action and facial features were fantastic. Although I mentioned how Orlando has done a good job with Supergirl since Rebirth, it hasn't been great. The dialogue in this issue, although better, still doesn't seem to flow very well at times. As mentioned before, I would have loved to see some pages of Kara and Babs, rather than Supergirl and Batgirl. Some of the best Supergirl and Batgirl moments both in comics and in animation that I can remember involve them hanging out and being best friends. Overall, I would also really enjoy seeing less Supergirl, and more Kara Danvers. The past few story arcs we've seen a lot less of Kara's life at Catco, or her life with the Danvers. Simply put, she needs to take the S off and throw on a pair of jeans.A. Good issue to wrap up the story, and definitely the best of the entire arc. Great action, and leaves us on a very interesting cliffhanger.